Hello to everybody out there. Greetings from Leverkusen, Germany, from Mama Africa, Sankofa Africa 1. I am a practitioner of traditional African medicine and the queen mother for development of traditional African medicine in our modern global world. With the pandemic that is going on in our world today, this is when I take on our path and want to explain to you how we approach this situation. Today, I'll share with you 3 respiratory systems and then explain to you the approaches to maintain it and to therapy it to cure. We will start with a healthy respiratory system. That is for a healthy person, what you have to do to sustain your body in this pandemic moments. And then we're going to show you the respiratory system of somebody who has already had the influenza, how you could get a poison out of your system. And then we're going to get a third phase where the people who are acutely affected could also vomit the poison out, cure the wounds, re-establish the immune system so that the problem will be solved permanently. So we start in the first place with the acute victim. The immune system, the virus has affected a person. It has created a kind of film on the surface of the lungs. And what happens over there is the lungs is in this case not able to have its regular functions. So because the lungs and the heart work closer to each other, breathing becomes difficult. And because the air we breathe is the life we have, if we get into that situation, then if we don't get immediate solution, the end result is fatal. So how do we go by it? The layers of phlegms could be, the layers of the phlegms get more intensive, create a wound in the lungs, and when the wound is created, we have the outer layers of the wound clotted into this wound form. So how do you, with fats, so how do you get rid of that fat so that you get to the wound itself and be able to cure the wound? And after you've cured the wound, wherever there was contamination, you already have also the general system affected with it. When we finish, how do we cleanse the system generally? Through digestion, vomiting, inhaling, and urine, so that your system becomes completely clean, and then we establish your immune system so that your body will become as pure as the spring season we see over here. Right? Good. So now we go to the person who has had the influenza. That is the initial part of the attack. So how do we prevent it? We have an approach where we use nose sprays, where we use inhalations and natural remedies to get rid of the influenza so that it will not become even the sickness or the acute situation which is affecting our world today. And then again, for a healthy person who has to keep her system pure from the moment attacks, how do we go by it? We also have your everyday therapies we teach you so that you do it in your home. It's for children, it's for pregnant women, it's for male, female, all age groups. Now, we have another group of people who statistically are vulnerable in the present situation. This one describes asthma patients, it describes allergic patients, it describes heart patients, it describes diabetes patients, and it goes on and on. When you put all those people together, they have a vulnerable immune system. They have vulnerable organs. So how do we get the rightful, naturally highly concentrated amino acids, rich in chlorophylls, minerals, vitamins for active regenerating of the cells so that everything will again become as fresh as the spring. We took the opportunity to come to the forest to do this video just to give you hope that what is up there on one side is just like the winter season in Europe where all the trees are standing naked. But the hope is every little sunshine, every rain that comes, they take it. And that one gives hope in the spring so that we see this new generation and regeneration of nature coming out. It is the same approach we have towards the pandemic going on in our world. And if the world would accept and believe what we are saying, we are very much ready to help you with our solutions. Don't forget, we've already had situations with testimonials, which is also available with us. Thank you very much for your cooperation. I hope you take us serious, because looking at what has happened in China, what is going on in America, what has happened in Italy, and if you come to talk of our African countries, and in this case particularly our lifestyle, free, lawless, other economic conditions that affect us, if we do not look for this immediate domestic solutions, I think we stand a much more risk than anybody else, than any other group, than any other folk. That's why I'm taking this opportunity to reach us at our doorsteps, those of us African diaspora, as well as those of us back home. Thank you very much for your cooperation.